strike after strike after strike. And yet, this is new. A 1 in 106 year event. The Royal College of Nursing had never been on strike before. And yet, here they are. And there's two things you have to understand about what's happening and what's to come. It isn't just about pay. And now it's begun. They're determined that it won't stop. So this is a 1 in 106 year sight. Nurses on strike outside a hospital. You see railway workers, you see teachers, you see all sorts of other bits of the public sector, but you almost never see this.
Our patients' care is jeopardized. We're struggling to look after our patients.
How is it jeopardized? Just explain to people.
Because we're shortage of staff. There's shortage of staff. We haven't got enough nurses looking after our patients.
So when you're working and your staff, your colleagues are working, how bad are the shortages in terms of staff?
Very bad. We're struggling. 2 nurses to 20 patients. That's not good enough.
What should it be?
Well, 1 to 4, 1 to 6. Normally.
And the moment it's 1 to 20
when I came
sometimes.
to this country, 1 to 4.
And when was that?
That was in Royal Free Hospital, 1 to 4.
And when was that?
1999.
In 1999. And now, what have you got?
Now, oh my goodness, you don't want to know.
No, I do want to know. Tell me.
1 to 12, 1 to 20. Nurses are so short. I've got nurses looking after 28 patients.
And that's dangerous.
And very, not just dangerous, very dangerous, deadly.
What's your message to Rishi Sunak?
Oh my goodness. He should stop telling us that we're unreasonable. That's what he's trying to say. And he's trying to blackmail nurses for what we're doing. And we're human beings. We're candidates to being patient. And one of these days, he will come to this hospital to get cared for. And he needs to know that he needs to look after nurses.
The patient safety is of our main concern. So more and more our pay has been cut, especially with inflation after COVID, all the difficulties the country has been facing. We feel like we're not being heard, and we've been fighting for this for a very long time. And now with inflation it's even worse, so our pay cut is even worse. So that's why we're striking, because more and more nurses are not able to afford living in here, so they're leaving the profession.
I can't afford to live in a flat. Does that even make sense? You know, I work full time. I'm a nurse. I work full time. I should be able to at least afford living.
You're a senior nurse.
I am a senior staff nurse, and I can't afford living.
Like we are forced to do it. We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
We don't have a choice. We're really sorry. To the patients all out there, we are really sorry for doing this, but we have to do it.
We have to, because we have to be heard. Like people, it looks like they're not hearing what we're saying.
Good, we're making a stand. Like, enough's enough. We need better pay to attract more nurses into the profession, so we've got safer staffing levels everywhere.
Do you think that staffing levels where you work now are unsafe for patients?
I think we need more staff to make it safer.
I mean, look, nurses don't usually strike.
They don't strike ever.
No. And RCN first time ever. How does it make you feel? What are the emotions you're going through at the moment?
It's really sad. Like, I'm not happy to be out here doing this, but you know, it needs to change. And the fact that nurses are doing this says a lot that it really does need to change.
Would you keep striking?
Yeah.
For as long as it takes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you hate podcasts?
I hate podcasts.
You said there's no such thing as a good podcast.
Yeah, podcasts are just very sort of self-indulgent, I think. Everyone's just sort of talking, sitting around with their own in jokes. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, you've summed us up quite nicely.
Generally, we work with not very good staffing numbers, not very good equipment. I know the wards, for example, I don't work on the wards, but I know the wards are very, very difficult. There's not enough staff. There's lots of agency nurses who are great, but you know, that is a safety issue because they're not integrated into the day-to-day running of the ward. And you need sort of continuity and consistency of care to provide safe staffing, to provide safe care.
Honking along the street for members of the public has been almost constant. And, you know, you almost couldn't make up the symbolism. On this side of the river, on this side of the Thames, you've got St Thomas's Hospital. And then on the other side of the Thames, you have Parliament. You have the seat of politics, the seat of government. And what Rishi Sunak has managed to do is set himself up against part of society. It's not railway workers or even teachers or other parts of the public sector. It's nurses. It's this part of society that people hold really, really dear. It's not even doctors, it's nurses. They exert an emotional pull. And I think that Rishi Sunak, the Conservative MP, seeing this and pictures of this up and down the country tonight, and who knows for how long into the future, may just have cause in the end politically to come to regret it.
The Newsagents. This is a Global Player original podcast.